For more than 15 years, French archaeologist and adventurer, Thierry Jamin explores the jungle of South Peru, searching for clues of the permanent presence of the Incas in the Amazonian forest, and the legendary lost city of Paitotay. After the discovery of about 30 incredible archaeological sites, located in the north of the department of Cuzco, between 2009 and 2011, which include several fortresses, burial and ceremonial centers, and small Inca cities composed by hundreds of buildings, and many streets, passages, squares. Thierry Jamin embarked on an incredible journey that led him to the heart of Machu Picchu. A few months ago, Thierry Jamin and his team think they have made an extraordinary archaeological discovery in the Inca city discovered by Hiram Bingham in 1911. This discovery was made possible thanks to the testimony of a French engineer who lives in Barcelona, Spain, David Crespi. In 2010, while he was visiting the lost city, David Crespi noticed the presence of a strange shelter located in the middle of the city, at the bottom of one of the main buildings. For him, there was no doubt about it, he was looking at a door, an entrance sealed by the Incas. In August 2011, David Crespi luckily learned about Thierry Jamin and his work in the French newspaper The Figaro magazine. Immediately he decided to contact the French researcher. Thierry Jamin, who has investigated several burial sites in the north of Cusco, listened carefully the story of David Crespi. Quickly he wants to confirm the facts behind the story. Accompanied by archaeologists of the Regional Office of the Culture from Cusco, he was able to visit the site several times. His preliminary findings are obvious: it is indeed an entrance, blocked by the Incas at an undetermined moment of history. The entrance is indeed strangely similar to what has been observed on burial sites, such as the ones Thierry Jamin and his companions often find in the valleys of Laco and Chunchusmayo. In December 2011, in order to confirm the existence of cavities in the basement of the building, Thierry and his team submit an official request to the Ministry of Culture in Lima, so they could perform a geophysical survey with the help of electromagnetic conductivity type of instruments. This license was granted a few months later. Realized between April 9 and April 12, 2012, the electromagnetic survey not only confirmed the presence of an underground room but several. Just behind the famous entrance, a staircase was also discovered. The two main paths seem to lead to specific chambers, including to the main squared one. The different techniques used by the French researcher, including a molecular frequencies discriminator, allowed them to highlight the presence of important archaeological materials, including deposits of metal and a large quantity of gold and silver. Thierry Jamin is now preparing for the next step, the opening of the entrance sealed by the Incas more than 5 centuries ago. On May 22, 2012, he officially submitted a request for authorization to the Peruvian authorities which would allow his team to proceed with the opening of the burial chambers. This project, Machu Picchu 2012, is now extended to a period of 6 months. At stake, an extraordinary archaeological treasure and some new revelations about the forgotten history of the Inca Empire. Soon you will see Machu Picchu from a brand new perspective, since it could be the tomb of the Inca Emperor Pachacutec. The Inquiri Institute. Due to his success, in January 2012, the French archaeologist Thierry Jamin had to transform his old non-profit organization into a more solid organization, the Instituto Inca of Investigation and Revaloración Indígena, also called the Inquiri Institute Cusco. This non-governmental, non-profit organization has for main mission the scientific research, the protection and the development of archaeological sites existing on the Peruvian national territory. But as eager as Thierry Jamin and the Instituto Inquiri have been to see what ancient Inca treasures might await behind the door, they have found the Cuzco Ministry of Culture unresponsive, stonewalling their attempts to set up an archaeological site to explore the secret chambers. In fact, Cuzco officials do not agree with Jamin's assessment of the site. David Ugart, the director of the Ministry of Culture in the Cusco region, has stated that Jamin's initial study was allowed by the Ministry of Culture in Lima, but his proposition went too far when he wanted to excavate based on some hypothesis, because a laser scanner had detected an Inca tomb that was surrounded by children, and at the same time there were some steps lined in gold. It has been completely denied because this goes against the reality. Will there ever come a time when the Cuzco Ministry of Culture will allow work to be done around the sealed door?